Willow Creek, Season 2, Episode 3, Blackwater. Its brakes screaming like a wounded animal. Rachel pressed her face against the slats of the boxcar, watching the town emerge from the pre-dawn fog. It wasn't a town so much as a corpse, weathered storefronts with boarded windows, a gas station whose sign hadn't been lit in years, and everywhere, the thick scent of damp earth and something fouler beneath. Emma's hand clamped onto her shoulder. "Don't move yet." Outside, boots crunched on gravel. A flashlight beam swept past their hiding spot. Rachel held her breath as the footsteps paused right outside their boxcar. She could smell the man, cheap cologne and gun oil. Then a radio crackled. "Clear on the east side." The footsteps retreated. Emma exhaled slowly. They knew we were coming. Blackwater's sheriff's office was a squat brick building with bars on the windows and a flickering open sign that hadn't worked in a decade. Rachel eyed the security camera above the door. "You sure about this?" Emma didn't answer. She just pushed inside, setting off a shrill bell. The man behind the desk looked up from his newspaper. Mid-50s, salt and pepper stubble, a revolver on his hip older than Rachel. His nameplate read, Sheriff Vance. Emma slapped the Silver Eagle badge onto the counter. "Nick Larson sent us." The sheriff's expression didn't change. He studied the badge, then Emma's scar, then Rachel's, shaking hands. Finally, he said, "You're late." The sheriff's back office smelled like whiskey and mothballs. Newspaper clippings covered every inch of the walls, all missing persons, all teenagers. Rachel's stomach twisted as she recognized one. Mia Rodriguez, 16, last seen near train tracks. The sheriff followed her gaze. "Your friend there isn't the only one who faked her death." He tossed a leather-bound ledger onto the desk. "Open it." The pages crackled as Rachel turned them. Names, dates, locations, and beside each one, a number. $25,000, Emma whispered, tracing a finger down the column. "They were selling them?" The sheriff poured 3 fingers of bourbon. "Not selling, trading." He slid a photograph across the desk. Rachel's blood turned to ice. The black-suited man from the warehouse stood, shaking hands with Principal Harris. Between them, a line of students in hospital gowns, and stamped across the bottom, Project Echo, Phase 2, initiated. The old Blackwater Asylum loomed at the edge of town, its broken windows like empty eye sockets. Rachel, crouched in the tree line with Emma and the sheriff, staring at the armed guards patrolling the chain-link fence. "That's where they took them," the sheriff said. "After the transfers, after the paperwork disappeared." Emma adjusted the focus on her binoculars. "What are they doing to them?" The sheriff's jaw tightened. "Same thing they did to you, Ms. Carter. Testing how far the human mind can bend before it breaks." Rachel's hand started shaking again because now she understood. Willow Creek had just been the beginning. Blackwater was where they perfected their work, and the students, they weren't victims. They were prototypes. The trap. The sheriff's radio crackled as they crept through the asylum's overgrown courtyard. "Vance, you there?" "Over." Emma froze. "You didn't tell anyone we were coming." The sheriff didn't meet her eyes. "Had to call in backup." Rachel's pulse spiked. "What kind of backup?" A new voice answered. Smooth, cultured, familiar. The kind that ensures cooperation. Rachel turned slowly. The man in the black suit stood 10 feet away, flanked by armed guards, and in his hand, a syringe. The sheriff didn't even flinch. "Sorry, girls, but a man's gotta retire someday." Emma lunged for her gun. The world exploded in noise and motion. The fall. Rachel ran blindly through the asylum's crumbling halls, the shouts of guards echoing behind her. Somewhere in the chaos she'd lost Emma. Somewhere in the chaos the sheriff had vanished. Now she was alone in a nightmare, her fingers trailing along blood-stained walls. A door creaked ahead. Rachel slipped inside, pressing her back against the wall. The room was small, empty, except for the chair in the center and the figure strapped to it. Rachel's breath caught. Nick. His face was bruised, his lips cracked with dehydration. But his eyes burned with recognition. "Rachel." His voice was raw. "You shouldn't be here." Footsteps pounded down the hall. Nick's gaze darted to the vent above them. "Go. Now." Rachel hesitated. "I'm not leaving you." The door burst open. The black-suited man stepped inside, smiling. "Actually," he said, "you're not leaving at all."